Let's take a look at what happened today with Tesla. We closed at 287.21. That's up $6.69. That's 2.38%. Post-market down by 21 cents. So let's take a look at the facts and then see how we can profit from those facts. So we are still outside the downward channel. So Tesla is no longer going down, but it is going sideways. And we are now waiting for it to show us that it wants to go higher, because it can decide to just go lower. After going sideways, it can decide to continue lower. You can buy at any point. Buying after we are outside of a downward channel is nice. As soon as we are outside of a downward channel, you can buy. But you can wait for a long time before a stock goes up, because it could be stuck sideways. So this is what we are having right now. We are stuck sideways between 217.65 and 291.77. This is relatively easy to see. We cannot break 291. We try and we cannot break it. I can just draw a line through those points. The same thing with 217.65. Look at this. Boom. This is pretty easy to see. Once you see it, it's hard to see in the first place, but once you see it. We are going sideways, and we started to go sideways while we were into our downward channel. This was the downward channel we were in. Big channel since December. So Tesla has been going down since December. I won't tell you what I think about holding into a downward channel. So yeah, we were going sideways, and now the sidewayness brought us outside of the downward channel. So this is a good news. No longer going down. We have been going sideways for a while. Now we are waiting for an indication that we want to go higher. And this is hard to come by. We have been waiting for a week and we are still waiting. Let's take a look at the 1 hour chart. So today we came so close. We started basically sideways and then we started going up. During the day, we broke 291.77. But then we came back in. And now we are setting on top of 286.89. So yes, it's possible that on Monday we start to go higher. It's possible. We don't know. You can buy at any point. But then if you buy at any point in time, the risk that a stock goes lower after you buy it is higher. Here on this channel, we are waiting for a stock to show us that it wants to go high before buying it. And this is what we have done in the past. This is what we have done. Let's take a look at in 2023. 2023 right here. Tesla was into a downward channel. This is the downward channel. Broke that downward channel. And it, at the same time, broke a congestion zone. This was the congestion zone right here between 125 and 100, basically. So this was the congestion zone that started within the downward channel, pretty much like we have now. Congestion zone going sideways, and then we started to break basically both of them at the same time. So we started closing right here on January 17th. We broke outside the congestion zone, but we were right smack on the bearish channel. Then the next day, pretty much sideways. And then on January 20th, then we were outside of both of them. Stochastic was over 60, and it was not before. So then we had the three of our criteria, and then boom, went up to 217.65 from 126. So that was a nice run. Huh? Then it stabilized. We sold. And then it came back down and then did another congestion zone right here. Broke it at some point. This one went in two ways. The first time it stopped at 272, then it went at 291. Then it came back down. This is what we are doing. We are following Tesla stock and we are looking at the pattern that the stock does. All stocks do the same patterns. And this is giving us some buying opportunities at some point. Sometimes it goes down for 4 or 5 months. So then we don't have much buying opportunities. But this is why we have other stocks that we look at when we are part of Discord. We have other stocks that can be going higher. So we can buy these other stocks. I do Tesla here for free, But all of the others, I draw the line and I call the buy signals too. This is what we do. And right now we are doing what we do. We have patience. And when the stock tells us that it wants to go higher, then we are listening to it. And right now it's not really telling us. It's close to going higher. And we need to break outside 291.77 on the daily chart to have the buy. And we are waiting for it. Could come next week, could come in 3 months. Nobody knows. But we don't know to predict the future. We just need to notice a change in trend in the present. Let's take a look at the rest of the market. So VIX continuing down almost by 2, almost 8%. Look at this. So all day went sideways. We basically dropped this morning and we stayed put at 22.39. Hopefully we are going to go lower next week. Dow Jones, Dow Jones, we have the break on Dow Jones. We were waiting for it to break 40,775 and boom, it just did that today. Look at the stochastic, very good. SPX continuing after getting back into the bullish channel right here, So this one is continuing nicely. NASDAQ also. So it's just a stock that is not showing a change in pattern. Russell also doing nicely. So let's take a look at some data. The non-farm payrolls, 177K. Forecast was at 140. So this is a nice. The U.S. economy added 177,000 jobs in April, a slowdown from the downwardly revised 185 in March, but significantly surpassing market expectations of 130. So this is pretty interesting. And unemployment rate is pretty much at the standstill at 4.2. Next week, what are we going to get? On Wednesday, we are going to get the Fed interest rate decision. So 4.5 it is right now. And Tuesday, the next week, we are going to get the core inflation numbers. Let's take a look at the heat map of the market. Pretty much all green, except Apple. So there must be something special with Apple today. Let's take a look at some Tesla news. We are getting piped into Discord. Tesla sales have collapsed in Sweden. Tesla sales have now collapsed in Sweden with only just over 2,000 cars delivered in the country last month. So if we look at the monthly registration, they were as high as almost 50,000 registration at some point, but now this is really low. America does not like Elon Musk anymore. That's bad news for Tesla stock. It's not helping. Tesla is too important to fail. That means Musk has to go. Tesla sales collapse in Europe as backlash against Musk intensifies. So year to date, Tesla's France sales are down nearly 44% compared to a 7.3% dip in the overall market. I guess this is what's not helping the stock, because if you imagine that Elon would not have done Doge at all, how high the stock would have been. It could have been quite high, actually. But there are good news on the horizon. Full self-driving taxi service coming on in June in Austin, Texas. This won't materially change the revenues and profits, but this is a big statement, and the stock market is looking at the future. So if we see that a company is going to do good in the future, we are going to buy it right now. So even future news like this, or news that are going to impact the financial data in the future, they can have an impact right now on the stock market. Tesla is starting production of a cheaper car. It could be a Model Y with less frills and everything. This would also help sales, because the lower you can make a car, the more you are going to sell it. We have these two big pieces of news that are going to come into fruition. This should be helping, but at the same time, people don't like Elon. So, this is why I think we are seeing this in the stock market. Things are just at a standstill and nobody wants to really move the needle. If we start moving higher than 291.77, then this is going to be an indication that people that only buy the stock because there's a move up, like us, are going to also influence the stock to continue up. But right now we are at a standstill, and the fundamental people are also at a standstill. So this is not helping. So maybe next week things are going to change. We'll see. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. Click on my TradingView affiliate link. I'm going to wish you a great evening. We are going to talk on Monday, unless you are a member at the buy alert level, in which case we are also going to talk on Sunday for my Tesla weekly live. So have a great weekend.